As T.D. Jakes once said, if you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion, for your passion will lead you right into your purpose. Every single one of us has a unique spark within us, a flame that's just waiting to be kindled. It's this flame, this passion that can guide us to our purpose in life. Yet so many of us go through life unaware of this flame within us. We go through the motions, living life as it comes, without ever realizing the power that lies within us, the power of our passion. Consider for a moment T.D. Jakes himself. He was not born a world-renowned pastor, author, and filmmaker. He was a young man from West Virginia, the son of a janitor and a businesswoman. But he discovered his passion, his love for the gospel, and his desire to uplift others. He kindled his flame, and it led him right to his purpose. Today, he's a beacon of light for millions around the world, inspiring others to find their own light and live their purpose. But how do you find your passion? It's simpler than you think. It's not about grand gestures or life-altering decisions. It's about paying attention to what lights you up, what brings you joy, what makes you lose track of time. It's about following those things, no matter how small they seem. Because it's often in these small things that we find our biggest passions. And when you find your passion, you find your purpose. You find that thing that you were put on this earth to do. You find that thing that makes you feel alive, that thing that gives your life meaning. And when you find your purpose, you find your power. Because there's nothing more powerful than a person who knows their purpose and lives it every day. So I urge you, take the time to find your passion, kindle your flame, let it guide you to your purpose. Because once you find your purpose, you'll find that you have a power within you that you never knew existed. Remember, your passion is your compass, leading you to your purpose. T.D. Jakes once stated, "Don't stop at where you are as if it were the destination, when in fact, in reality, it may be the transportation." This profound statement invites us to view life not merely as a series of destinations, but as a continuous journey. A journey that is filled with a multitude of experiences, encounters, and most importantly, lessons. Life's journey isn't a straight, smooth road. It's more akin to a winding path with hills and valleys, sharp turns, and unexpected detours. These bumps and turns often come in the form of challenges. We might perceive these challenges as roadblocks, obstructions that hinder our progress. But in truth, they are not barriers. They are bridges that lead us to our ultimate success. T.D. Jakes teaches us to see these challenges not as hindrances, but as opportunities for growth. He encourages us to embrace these obstacles, to face them head-on. He tells us that it's through these struggles that we gain strength, wisdom, and resilience. These are the tools that equip us for the journey ahead. Consider this. A seed must break open and push through the soil to reach the sunlight. It faces the challenge of the elements, the harsh weather, and the scarcity of resources. But it's through these adversities that it grows into a robust, flourishing plant. Similarly, our challenges push us out of our comfort zones, forcing us to break open and grow. They compel us to strive, to adapt, and ultimately to thrive. The journey to success is not about reaching a destination. It's about the transformation that occurs within us as we traverse this path. It's about the person we become as a result of the challenges we've overcome. This is the essence of T.D. Jakes' teachings. Remember, it's not about where you're going, but how you're getting there. The journey with all its trials and triumphs is what shapes us, molds us, and propels us towards success. In the grand scheme of things, every challenge we face is not a roadblock, but a vehicle driving us towards our success. In the words of T.D. Jakes, fear is the dark room where negatives are developed. Fear, that four-letter word that can stop us in our tracks. It's like a colossal wall standing tall between us and our dreams. It can be paralyzing, hindering our progress and keeping us from reaching our true potential. But what if we told you that fear, this seemingly insurmountable obstacle, can actually be your greatest ally? Drawing inspiration from the wisdom of T.D. Jakes, let's delve into this concept. Fear, just like any other emotion, is a part of us. It's an inherent part of being human. It's not something to be shunned or avoided, but rather acknowledged and understood. Jakes teaches us that fear can be a catalyst for change, a tool for transformation. It's not the presence of fear that matters, but what we choose to do with it. It's all about perspective. Are we going to let fear cripple us, or will we use it as a stepping stone to achieve our dreams? Think about it. If fear is the dark room where negatives are developed, then it is also where we can develop our strengths. It's where we can look into the face of adversity and say, I am stronger than this. It's where we can turn negatives into positives, learning from our fears and using them to propel us forward. Overcoming fear is not about eliminating it completely, but about learning to navigate through it. It's about harnessing the power of fear to fuel our journey to success. It's about embracing the uncertainty and stepping out of our comfort zones, for that's where growth truly happens. Remember, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to feel fear. What's not okay is to let that fear control you. You are not defined by your fears, but by how you overcome them. So next time fear tries to hold you back, remember T.D. Jakes' words. Remember that fear is just a dark room, waiting for you to develop your strengths. Do not let fear develop your negatives. Instead, use it to develop your strengths. T.D. Jakes once declared, "Faith is the antidote for fear." That line isn't just a catchy quote, but a profound truth that can transform our lives. Today we're going to delve into the power of faith and how it plays a pivotal role in overcoming fear and achieving ultimate success. Faith, as T.D. Jakes often emphasizes, is more than just a belief. It is an unshakable confidence, a deep-rooted conviction that permeates our very being. It is the assurance that even in the face of the most daunting obstacles, we have the strength to overcome. This faith, this unyielding trust, is what empowers us to confront our fears head-on. Fear, in contrast, can be paralyzing. It can hold us hostage, preventing us from reaching our full potential. But when we harness the power of faith, we can break free from this prison of fear. T.D. Jakes teaches us that faith and fear cannot coexist. When we fill our hearts with faith, there's no room left for fear. Faith can be likened to a candle in a dark room. It's small, but its light is powerful enough to illuminate the darkness, enabling us to see our path clearly. It gives us the courage to take the next step, even when we can't see the entire staircase. This is the essence of faith, having the courage to move forward even when the road ahead is uncertain. Just as faith can light our path, it can also fuel our journey towards success. It gives us the resilience to withstand life's storms, the courage to pursue our dreams, and the strength to rise above our failures. It's faith that keeps us moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against us. In the words of T.D. Jakes, faith doesn't make things easy, it makes them possible. So whether you're standing at the foot of a mountain or in the midst of a storm, remember this: faith can move mountains, calm storms, and light up the darkest paths. Let your faith be your guiding light in the face of fear. Scene script. T.D. Jakes wisely said, "Change is the most constant thing in life, and adaptability is the key." Change. It's an inevitable part of our lives, isn't it? It's as certain as the sun rising in the morning and setting in the evening. It's as steady as the seasons, shifting from spring to summer, autumn to winter, and back again. But why is it that we so often resist change when it's such a natural part of our existence? The teachings of T.D. Jakes shed light on this. He encourages us to not just anticipate change, but embrace it, to not just endure it, but to grow with it. Because change isn't just about the shifting sands of time, it's about the evolution of our spirit, the expansion of our understanding, the deepening of our wisdom. Adaptability, as T.D. Jakes says, is the key. It's the ability to adjust to new conditions, to modify our approach, to shift our perspective. It's the capacity to keep dancing even when the music changes. It's the resilience to keep sailing even when the winds change direction. But how do we cultivate this adaptability? How do we nurture this flexibility? T.D. Jakes suggests that it begins with acceptance. Acceptance of the fact that change is a part of life. Acceptance of the fact that we can't control everything around us. Acceptance of the fact that the only constant in life is change itself. From acceptance, we move to learning. Learning to navigate the new paths that change brings. Learning to let go of what was, so we can embrace what is and look forward to what will be. learning to breathe, to trust, to let go, and let God. So let's take a leaf out of T.D. Jakes' book. Let's embrace change. Let's dance to the new music. Let's sail with the changing winds. Let's grow with each sunrise and sunset, with each changing season. Change is inevitable, but with adaptability, you can turn change into growth. Let's turn our changes into opportunities for growth. Let's turn our challenges into stepping stones for success. Let's turn our trials into testimonies of triumph. Because in the grand scheme of things, change isn't just about becoming different. It's about becoming better.